SOD is critical for managing access risks, especially with all the changes in the technologies, applications, cloud versus on-premise, and the workforce model, which may accentuate this risk. For example, the acceptance of the remote workforce exposes an organization to enhanced risk from outside their network. While there are other aspects of access risk, SOD is a common control used to determine what ERP users have too much access to various capabilities or to capabilities within a single business process. For example, the ability to create vendors and enter vendor invoices is a potential fraud. Identifying these individuals that have too much access in a single process provides an opportunity to remediate or correct inappropriate access. So if I drill into SafePass Policy Manager, go to Define Scope, we have our SOD rules. SOD rules are policies used to identify individuals that have conflicting or too much access to the single process, causing a risk to the organization. Identifying these types of individuals will allow the organization to devise a remediation strategy based on access allowed. Each ERP user will be processed against all the rules established for their organization. SafePass has a controls catalog that we've collected through hundreds of implementations that provide best practices SOD rules. You also may want to run multiple analyses of your SOD. SafePass allows you to run it multiple times because as you're making changes to your ERP, as you're making changes within SafePass or some of the capabilities that we offer, you want to see the results and the impact if you're improving on and reducing the number of violations. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to SOD is remediation. We have a couple of options you want to consider. We have exclusions, which are used to address false positives. Here I picked the demo environment and I'm selecting one of our tests. False positives are always a challenge as they don't fit into a specific definition for user access. For example, an IT user with super user access as a requirement for the business will continuously generate violations. Using an exclusion for an IT waiver for the super user will eliminate the violations in the current and future SOD analyses. Another example is customizations, which may affect the functionality of the application. So looking at the drop-down gives you all the different exceptions you can establish with respect to using SafePass for exclusions. The other area is remediation of corrective actions. Corrective actions are used for changes to the ERP. Using this functionality will provide a task list to update the ERP. For example, to deprovision a user or change a role's access. And these are the drop downs that we provide for SafePass. So if you're looking to establish some corrective actions, you can establish those based on the violations and assign to those specific individuals. Once again, to help reduce the number of violations. And also from an audit standpoint, we track all the changes or corrective actions and exclusions in SafePass for reference purposes. SafePass provides numerous dashboards and reports. These are some of the dashboards. Top 10 rules violated, top 10 responsibilities with violations. Just to show you an example, if I open one of these up, I look at the responsibilities. Now I know which responsibilities are causing the greatest number of violations, where I'm going to devise my remediation strategy to understand and address those violations. Also, we provide numerous reports. We have control violation reports. We have rules reports, application security reports to help the organization with the remediation effort that typically occurs.